Hello, friends. Welcome to the Career Guru Podcast. I am your host, Steve Yanovsky. What a glorious day it is to start your path on a new career. Doors are opening here at the Boston Career Institute even as we speak. And I'm here holding the key for you. So tune in, stay sharp, and enjoy yourself. This is going to be great. Hashtag Let's Career Up.
Greetings, my friends, conversationalists, career guru, aspiring career gurus, all across the fruited plain. Oh, heck, everybody's welcome. Welcome to yet another installment of the Career Guru Podcast. I am Steve Yanovsky. I am the Career Guru. There may be others, but they're not me. If it's not me, it's not authentic. A little bit of shameless self-promotion. But, why the heck not? So, today, a mild departure from some philosophical aspects of career growth. Today, I want to address a subject which is near and dear to me, and it's professional language development. Because one of the things that stands in the way of a person achieving success in their career growth is the way they communicate. Today, I'm going to address the tip of the iceberg of professional communication, and I promise to delve in deeper as we move forward. Because, like I said, this subject is near and dear to me. It's how you sound many times that will determine what it is that people think about you. And as you know, especially during your interview process for a new job or while you're in consideration for a promotion, it's how you sound and your first impression that's going to do it. It's very difficult to overcome issues having to do with dispelling the problems during the time when people formulate their perception of you. So professional language is key, not to mention the fact that when you are working in a job that requires constant and continuous communication with various stakeholders in the company that you're working in, right? How you communicate with them will also determine if they will consider you on their own for a promotion or for future growth. So keep that in mind. So, as always, a few bullet points that I have put together for you in the brief time that we have together, to talk about professional language and why it's critical to your growth. Expressing yourself professionally definitely builds credibility and trust. Whether it's your colleagues, your supervisors, whether it's clients, it doesn't matter. Credibility is key. And oftentimes, again, it's not what you say, it's not what you do, at least not at first. It's what you say and how you say it. It also demonstrates competence and maturity, which are essential to leaders. In any leadership capacity, you must project competence. And how do you do that? With language. With language. Professional communication minimizes misunderstandings. It promotes clear and efficient communication. There is nothing more important than clarity, especially in leadership roles. You must be able to express yourself in such a way that everyone, the lowest common denominator, will understand exactly what is expected of them. That is a sign of a true leader. People who speak in doublespeak or don't know how to express themselves properly will always miss the mark, and nothing will ever get done the way it's supposed to be done. Another thing that professional communication accomplishes is that it reflects the culture and standards of your organization. Think about that for a second. You represent the organization, and it makes it so much easier to integrate yourself and advance yourself within that structure if you represent the organization the way it's supposed to be. You are the organization. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, appropriate professional communication does create a proper and strong first impression, which all the time, if not all the time, it's quite often shapes your long-term career trajectories. Whatever path you set yourself on, point in one direction, that's the place you're going. If you didn't express yourself properly, it's not going to be an easy trek. Working your way upwards is not as easy as it may seem to be. And so let's talk about as being a career guru and being as clear and precise as possible. I have identified a few key phrases that people use on a daily basis and what ought not to be said. So, if you are prepared, let us journey together. One of the key phrases that people use all the time that must never, ever come out of a professional's mouth, and that would be, I don't know. Oh boy, does that set people off on the wrong track about you? I don't know. What do you mean? Shouldn't you know? The best way to express yourself in this particular case is that to say that instead of I don't know, I am not certain. I am not certain. That does imply that you do know. But more importantly, what you can follow up with, I'm not certain, but I will find out and I will get back to you. What does that mean to a person? Well, to the person who is listening to you, it means, hey, this guy knows something. They're going to find out exactly what it is. And they're taking charge and ownership of the situation, and they will get back to me. Forget about I don't know. I'm not certain is a much better way to go. But remember, you must take ownership. So therefore, you will find out and you will get back to them. That's point number one. The other thing that people say, and it always really, I don't know, makes me uneasy. It makes me feel awful when I hear this. That's not my job. I mean, that's like a dead end. That's a dead end. That's not my job. Well, whose job is it then? It may not be your job, but you don't want to end the conversation right there. Once again, ownership, proper attitude. Instead of saying it's not my job, why not just say, let me connect you with the right person who can assist you? Once again, ownership. Instead of it's not my job, let me connect you with the right person who can assist you. Now that's key. Again, ownership of the situation and not abandoning your clients or potential clients or future clients or your immediate supervisors. You don't know who's who a lot of times, especially for working in a larger organization, right? And this is key. Never abandon ship. Never leave people hanging. It's just not professional. Okay. How about this for an answer? You didn't tell me that. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's true. But you don't need to stick another person's nose in it. How about, could you clarify the expectation so I can ensure alignment? I know. Sometimes some of these phrases are cringeworthy, but the language, professional language, evolves. And therefore, we have to stick with the times of what people want to see. Not all of the stuff is wrong. Some of this is really correct. So instead of you didn't tell me that, could you clarify the expectations so I can ensure alignment or so I can ensure success? This is the way to go. Saying something, but leaving a lot of room for interpretation and a positive response. Don't put people in a corner. People need to feel that there's continuity. And this is what you're providing them. You're on the phone, or you're busy talking to somebody else. Someone is coming with a question. And what do people say? Hold on a sec. Who likes to hear that? Who likes to hear that? No one likes to hear that. Saying the same thing, only politely, will prevent negative emotions or backlash. So instead of a hold on a sec, how about this? One moment, please. I will assist you shortly. Again, ownership, not a closed door. Never slam the door, a door in somebody's face, which is, hold on a sec is definitely not it. You're giving people a possibility that you're going to talk to them in just a moment. So give them that. Instead of a hold on a second, say one moment, please. I will assist you shortly. And that's good. You can come up with multiple phrases. These are my suggestions. But they do come from a place of experience and personal experience, professional experience, and having taken many, many professional development courses. And as I'm required to do, I'm telling you, this is the way to go. And this is coming to you free of charge. Otherwise, you'd be paying big money to someone else. But here in the career guru land, you have me. All right, what else is on my bullet pointed list? How about this? I guess that's fine. Well, what does that mean? Sometimes we say stuff like that, but we don't necessarily agree with something. Again, don't close the door on others. Don't close the door on someone else. I guess that's fine is not an answer. How about this? I will review this carefully and confirm that everything is in order. Let me say it again. I will review this carefully and confirm that everything is in order. You can apply it to your situation, but again, leave the door open and leave the door open for further evaluation and discussion. Never slam that door closed, or otherwise other people will slam the door on you, and you don't want that. Another favorite of mine is whatever. That's not an answer that a pro would issue. How many times have you heard that? Ask yourself this question. Have you heard a whatever? Now, depending where it's coming from and who it's coming from, it will set the stage for what's going to happen next. But in dealing in professional situation and professional organization, and by the way, the organization is only as professional as you are. If you are working in an organization, you constantly and continuously bad-mouthing the organization that it's unprofessional, guess what? It's time for a little introspection. It's time to look in the mirror. When we point out the flaws in other people first, or when we point out the flaws in an organization, it's time to look at yourself in the mirror with a discerning eye and say, is there something wrong with me? But I digress. We're dealing with the word whatever. It's never whatever. The best way to start is I understand, and follow it up with a door opener. Let's find a solution that works for everyone. It's not a whatever. It's never whatever. It's I understand. Let's find a solution that works for everyone. Now, doesn't that sound better? It does to me. And I am always open and am looking forward to your feedback. So please, please, please get back to us here. Okay, I want to know. I want to know. Okay, how about this one on my list of unprofessional communication? You're wrong. Oh my, oh my. Now, who likes to hear that? You're wrong. It's not that they're wrong. There may be wrong in your eyes, but the word wrong really shouldn't come out of your mouth. I mean, why? You're just going to set people off. No, I'm wrong. No, you're wrong. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. How about saying, instead of you're wrong, we go in a different direction, say, I see it differently. May I explain my perspective? It's the same thing, just spoken differently. Don't slam the door shut on the person that you're speaking to. They're going to shut the door on you. Once you tell someone that they're wrong, they're done talking to you. What else did I have for you today? Oh, how's this one? Oh, that's a good one. I love that one. That's not my problem. How many times have you heard that? How many times you may have said that? All right, this is not a confessional. You don't have to, beat your chest and tell me that you did it and, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just your humble guru. Humble, but not too humble. Just going back in our previous podcast, right? Humble yet confident. That's not my problem is not an answer. It may truly not be your problem. But what did we talk about before? We talked about collaboration. You see, everything ties together. Everything is a link in the same chain. You must never shut the door. It's everybody's problem. And it doesn't have to be a problem. It's just something that requires a solution. And the answer to saying something, instead of saying, that's not my problem, how about let's work together to resolve this? Again, it may not be your intention to do any such things, and things a lot of times resolve themselves, but it will never get resolved if you say that it's not your problem. You see, if you exclude yourself from the solution, something will get resolved anyway, but not the way you see it. And then you'll just have to live with it. Okay? Then you're passive. You're not active. So instead of it's not my problem, let's work together to resolve this. I hope you're taking notes. Last but not least for today, but by far not the last of what we're going to be discussing. I really have this desire to do many more series on conversations and various idiomatic phrases which should be used in professional communication. So that'll be on my list of things to do, I promise. And based on your responses, I'd like to hear and formulate what we're going to do next. I am too busy. Oh my. And who are you too busy for? Is this for your immediate supervisor? Is this for your boss? Is this for your client that you're too busy? Is this for people who pay your salary? You must never be too busy for any of them. Even if you are, there is a right and a wrong way to say it, depending on who you are speaking with. So, I'm too busy. Let's transform that into something else. How about I'm currently working on another priority, but I will address this promptly afterwards. So instead of saying that you're busy, I'm currently working on another priority. Okay, that tells the person that they're also a priority. See, language is key. But I will address this promptly, especially if you're speaking with a supervisor. With a client, you may want to change up the words here and there just a little bit. I'm currently working on another priority. I'm currently working with another client. May I address your concerns in just a moment? And that usually will set the stage depending on who you're dealing with. But we will address that in times to come. Today, we addressed a few of my favorites that I came up with. Whether it's I don't know, that's not my job, you didn't tell me that, hold on a second, I guess that's fine, whatever, you're wrong, that's not my problem, I'm too busy. I mean, think about it as to how actually incomprehensibly wrong this sounds, especially when it's heading your way. How many times have you dealt with a person that said these things to you? How did it make you feel? Every interaction, even small ones, will either strengthen or weaken your professional image. Remember that. Choosing polished, proactive, and respectful language positions you for promotions, trust, and many, many leadership opportunities. Remember, you don't know who you're speaking to. Even if you do know, you don't know what they're going through. What's happening to them that day? What happened in their lives? How are they going to interpret what you're saying? Now, you can't please all the people all the time, but it's not a bad idea to try. And you can certainly do it politely, professionally, positively. And by the way, this ties perfectly to the way that you communicate during the interview process. And we're going to talk about that some more again as we develop this topic of professional communication. And on that note, my dear friends, the Career Guru is signing off from this exciting adventure into professional communication. I look forward to speaking with you. Actually, I look forward to speaking to you through this podcast. And I'm very much looking forward to hearing back from you via email. So click on the link and send me a response. God bless you all. Talk soon.
Well, friends and aspiring career gurus, this was fun. Thank you for tuning in. I feel enlightened, I feel empowered, and I'm feeling grateful that we spend time with you. For more information about Boston Career Institute, please visit our website, bostoncareer.org. Boston Career Institute has 3 campuses located in Brookline, Massachusetts, Malden, Massachusetts, and Lowell, Massachusetts. Call our toll-free number, 888-383-6058. For questions, comments, and/or information about our podcast, email me at thecareerguru@bostoncareer.org. The Career Guru podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our website, bostoncareer.org, or wherever you stream your podcast. Subscribe, stream, rate, and review our shows. Your rating and reviews help our show reach new audiences. Produced by PodPro Entertainment, the Career Guru lives within a network of podcasts located at podproentertainment.com. # the new radio. Looking forward to seeing you soon. All the best to you. My name is Steve Yanovsky. I am the Career Guru. May God bless you. # let's career up.